Hey beautiful, this new moon in Aquarius is calling you to set intentions for your grand vision and reminding all of us that dreaming is a revolutionary practice. I'm going to share with you my 5 essential tips for manifesting with this new lunar cycle, and I've made it super easy by breaking down themes for each zodiac sign, so you know exactly what area of life to focus on and apply these strategies to. So let's start there, because I want you to be thinking about these themes and areas of your life as you listen to the 5 strategies that I'm going to give you later in the video. You want to start with your rising sign if you know it. If you don't know it, it's okay. You can use your sun sign, which is your basic zodiac sign based on your birthday. For Aries and Aries rising, this Aquarius new moon is going to be in your sector of networks, friends, your future hopes and visions, okay? For Taurus, the Aquarius new moon is happening in your 10th house of career, legacy, your public status, your reputation out in the larger world. For Gemini, the Aquarius new moon is happening in the house of foreign travel, foreign individuals, publishing, marketing, and higher education. For Cancers, this is happening in your 8th house of sharing resources with other people, loans, debts, investments, also the occult and spiritual psychic practices. For Leos, this is happening in your 7th house of partnerships, clients, collaborators, and romantic partnerships as well. Virgos, this is happening in your 6th house of service, health, your day-to-day routines, work, co-workers. For Libras, this is happening in your 5th house of fun, play, pleasure, hobbies, children, dating. Scorpios, the Aquarius new moon is happening in your 4th house of home, family, your deeper roots, your past, your ancestry, where you come from. For Sagittarius, this is happening in your 3rd house of communication and your local environment, your local neighborhood or community. Communication includes things like social media, but also phone calls, letters, emails, and just small everyday communication. Capricorns, this Aquarius new moon is happening in your 2nd house of income, money that you get from your talents and skills, your possessions, the things that you own, as well as your self-worth and self-value. Aquarius, of course, this is happening in your 1st house, which means it's all about you, your identity, your physical appearance, how you think of yourself, and how you show up to life in general. And Pisces, this Aquarius new moon is happening in your 12th house of dreams, spirituality, hidden things that happen behind the scenes. Okay, so I want you to think about these themes and these areas of life as I move into the next part of the video, where I tell you the tips and strategies, the overall themes of this specific Aquarius new moon happening in January 2025. So for most people, this new moon in Aquarius will happen on January 29th at 7:37 a.m. Eastern time. So depending on your time zone, it could be earlier on that day or later on that day. Now, the overall flavor or vibe that I'm feeling for this new moon is planting redwoods. And I think about the first time I went to the redwood forest in the Bay Area of California. And what is notable about redwoods is how massive they are. They are so massive. They start, like every tree, from a small seed, and they grow into these humongous, wide, tall, impossibly tall trees that reach endlessly up to the sky. And this is what we're doing with this Aquarius new moon. We have a small seed of intention. We might have a small first step, a small seed that we're planting, but the larger goal, the future vision, is one of massive proportions. So as you're thinking about the intention you want to set in the area of life I just went through for all 12 zodiac signs, it's okay to start small, but think big. Okay, so start small and think big. With this new moon, I also feel like the practice of dreaming is much more important, because Pluto is in Aquarius, and it's telling us that we are up for massive transformation and rebirth over the next 2 decades. And so what is going to be transformed? What is going to be rebirthed or birthed anew in this time ahead? It all starts with the vision. It all starts with the intention, with the dream, okay? But also we have the North Node in the sign of Pisces. Pisces is the dream. It is the fantasy. It is the vision, the hope, and a spiritual one at that, right? Thinking about unity consciousness of Pisces and the collective consciousness of Aquarius, with the North Node in Pisces encouraging a dream for ourselves, but also for our society. Now let's get to the 5 specific tips that I think are going to help us get to that redwood vision. The first aspect of this new moon is that it is trine Jupiter and Gemini. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It is the planet that rules big, large things. So as you're setting your intention, make sure it's for a vision that is really big. Do not hold back on your dreams, okay? Dream big here. The second thing to keep in mind is that Jupiter is square Saturn in Pisces. So while the new moon is trine to Jupiter, Jupiter is squaring Saturn in Pisces. And so you want this dream to be grounded, practical, and long term because of this square to Saturn. So Jupiter says, yes, dream big, but like a redwood, you also have to have deep roots. You have to have a strong trunk in order to grow as high as possible. And so be grounded, practical, and again, long term. So these redwood trees do not grow to the highest heights overnight. They take years, sometimes generations, to reach their full height and be as tall as they possibly can be. Another thing about this new moon, it's making a wide conjunction to Mercury, the planet of communication. And so one thing that might help with this manifestation is to write it and speak it. Use some form of communication to help cement or plant that seed of intention now, and as you execute and work towards the future vision in the long term, okay? So whether it's writing in your journal or writing affirmations or speaking to collaborators and supporters and backers who can help see this vision through, okay? This is not a vision you want to keep to yourself. Aquarius is the sign of the people, the sign of society, the sign of long-term future visions. And so communicating that vision to the masses is really important. And I'm actually recording this on MLK Day. So happy MLK Day if you're watching it the day it comes out. And you think about Martin Luther King and the impact he had on society. A lot of it was through his voice. A lot of it was through his words. A lot of it was through his communication, the speeches that he made. And so just like he spoke his dream, he shared his dream with the masses. This could be a really great strategy for you and your grand vision. Not that you have to broadcast it on TV or the radio, but think about who the key players are, those essential collaborators or supporters are that can help you fulfill this larger dream. And this is important too, because the bigger the dream, the more support you probably need to manifest it. Let me know in the comments what big dream or vision you might be having, right? So that takes advantage of strategy number 3, which is to write it down and communicate it and share it so that we can help you hold that vision. And then the 4th tip is to let this dream be unique, original, avant-garde, even quirky, okay? So do not stick to the tried and the true, the traditional methods, okay? The strategy for really leveraging this Aquarius energy is to have a dream that is original, that is authentic to you. Not a dream that your parents had for you or the same dream that was force-fed us in school. Let this dream be one that is different, unique. Think outside the box when it comes to the vision that you're setting for this area of your life. The 5th thing to keep in mind is that Aquarius in tarot is represented by the star card. And so you want to have hope and faith in the dream. This vision, this dream that you want to manifest might be so large that it scares you a little bit. And if it doesn't scare you a little bit, if you don't have a tinge of questioning, can this actually happen? Then it's a signal that you might need to dream even bigger, okay? So one test to know if you're really stretching yourself to dream as big as you can is, does it scare you a little bit? Does it seem like it's going to take a lot of support, a lot of effort, time, dedication, persistence, and patience to see this dream through? And that can be aided and assisted by cultivating deeper faith and greater hope that this dream is possible. Now, a bonus tip. So I said 5 essential ones, but here's a bonus tip. Again, because we're dealing with Aquarius energy, having a dream, a large vision that also benefits a group of people, not just yourself. To what extent can you make this a humanitarian dream, or a dream that benefits your family or your local community? Again, look to the themes for each zodiac sign to kind of determine which specific group of people that this dream might also benefit, in addition to just benefiting you as an individual. If you really want to leverage this Aquarius energy even more, I'm going to point you to my Pluto in Aquarius video, where I talk about the next 2 decades of this transformative energy, which has a significant impact on the importance of this Aquarius new moon that we've been talking about.